Today on September 29th, God is very angry with you. This is the last time I'm flashing this on your screen. Don't test my patience. Open this on September 29th, or you alone will bear the full responsibility for what's about to happen. Archangel Michael says this is not an ordinary message crossing your path. It comes like thunder in the silence. Like fire in the still night, burning through every shadow you thought was safe. Heaven has delayed long enough. But today, the line has been drawn sharper than ever before. The screen before you is not just glowing, it is trembling with the urgency of the divine. And you must stay till the very last word because this is your only lifeline. The heavens have whispered warnings, yet many times you ignored them, but this time is not like the others. This time God's voice is not a whisper, it is a roar. His anger shakes the foundation of your world, and it is not directed at nations, not at strangers, it is directed at you. The message carries weight so heavy that even the angels bend their wings in silence as it passes through. You were given grace when you did not deserve it. You were given love when you had turned your back. You were given signs when you claimed you saw none. But when God waits and still sees hesitation, that patience turns into fire, and that fire is now closer than you realize. This is not a casual word. It is the last chance before doors slam shut. You think you have time, but time is not yours anymore. You think you can postpone, but postponement will now cost more than you can afford. Every moment from now echoes with the sound of a countdown, and it is racing faster than your heartbeat. The angels are no longer singing gentle melodies around your life, they are sounding alarms. Their trumpets do not release peace but thunder, and their voices do not soothe but command. The season of delays has ended, and this message is the final reminder that you cannot delay what heaven demands. The anger of God is not like human anger, it is holy, it is just, it is unstoppable, and when it rises it does not negotiate. It confronts, it consumes, it tears down every pretense until only truth remains. That truth is standing before you now, unhidden, undeniable, unshakable. You cannot escape by pretending you didn't see this. You cannot claim ignorance anymore. The screen lit up not by accident but by order, and that order carried your name written in fire. This message was scheduled for you, sealed for you, and timed for you, and if you reject it, you reject heaven itself. The silence of yesterday was mercy, but the storm of today is justice. It is written in your story now, and there is no undoing me. The only choice you have left is whether you will obey or you will break under the weight of what's coming. You feel chills now, and they are not random. They are the brush of angelic wings passing by you, marking your soul with urgency. They move quickly, preparing for what's about to unfold. Your hesitation has already written cracks into your destiny, but this word can still be the glue if you listen, if you act, if you surrender. Do you hear the sound of doors shutting? That sound is not far, it is near. And once they shut, no prayer, no tear, no regret can force them open again. Today is not about tomorrow. Today is about now. The ground under your feet is shifting. Invisible hands are pulling away supports you thought were unshakable. God has decided that what you refuse to release will now be ripped away by His hand, and the tearing will not be gentle. The season of gentle warnings is over. Understand this clearly: what comes next will either restore you fully or break you completely. There is no middle ground. You stand on a bridge with fire behind you and light ahead, and you cannot step back. You must move forward. Archangel Michael stands as the warrior at the gate of your destiny. His sword is drawn, not against your enemies but against your excuses. His wings are spread wide, not to shield you from consequences but to force you into alignment. The time for comfort has ended. The time for confrontation has come. Every moment after this is borrowed time. Every breath after this is a gift you cannot afford to waste. And every decision after this will be remembered forever, not just by you but by heaven itself. You think this message is another video, another word, another distraction. But no, this is the one message that carries the weight of eternal shifts. This is not casual. This is covenant. This is final. So listen until the very last sentence, because the ending of this word may very well be the beginning of your next chapter, and if you turn away before it's finished, you will never know what was meant to save you. Fire. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Fire. The air around you feels heavy because heaven has stepped into your atmosphere. What you thought was silence is now filled with whispers of judgment. The skies above your life are no longer calm. They are storming with a warning only you can hear. You will feel sudden movements in your spirit like a push forward. That is not coincidence. It is divine urgency. God is shaking you out of comfort, forcing you to face what you have avoided for too long. The things hidden in shadows will not remain hidden. One by one, the covers will be ripped away. Secrets you never wanted to confront will be thrown into the open, and you will have no choice but to deal with them. There is fire at the edge of your path. That fire does not burn to destroy you, but it will consume everything false around you. You cannot step aside anymore. You must walk through it, and only truth will survive the flames. The angels are standing still, waiting for your decision. Their wings are folded, their swords are drawn, their eyes are fixed on you. They are ready to move, but only when you move first. This is not just about you, it is about every soul tied to you. Your family, your friends, your destiny connections, all of them are waiting for the choice you will make in this moment. Your silence will affect them. Your action will rescue them. God's anger is fierce, but it is not without purpose. His fury comes because his love has been ignored. The passion of heaven is not just to punish but to purify, and the fire you feel is meant to carve away what has been killing you in silence. You know already what he is pointing at. At habit. At relationship. At secret. At refusal. The very thing you thought was small is the very thing that has triggered heaven's roar. Do you feel how the ground shakes? It is not imagination, it is the sound of timelines collapsing. Things you thought would happen in the far future are being pulled into the present at terrifying speed. You don't have as much time as you believe. This is why your heart beats faster as you hear these words. It's not fear, it's recognition. Deep inside, you always knew this day would come, and now it is staring you in the face. Archangel Michael says the heavens are watching every response you make now. Even your silence is being recorded. Even your hesitation is being weighed. Loving passes unnoticed in this moment. And still, even in his anger, God extends his hand one last time. One final chance. One last bridge of mercy across a sea of fire. If you delay, you will watch doors close that will never open again. You will see opportunities vanish in ways you cannot recover. You will feel the silence of heaven when you call and hear no reply. But if you obey now immediately, without excuse, you will trigger a wave of divine intervention so powerful that even your enemies will be silenced. Blessings that were stuck will suddenly fall. Chains that held you will break in an instant. Every delay in your life was waiting for this yes. Every unanswered prayer was waiting for this obedience. Every angel assignment around you was waiting for this surrender. This is why the message feels so heavy. This is why you cannot scroll past it. This is why your chest feels tight as you listen, because eternity is leaning on this very moment. The clock is no longer your friend. Each tick is not just passing time, it is a hammer striking against the wall of destiny. You can almost hear it echoing louder and louder, demanding that you decide before the final strike falls. The storms in your life are not random. They were sent to wake you up, to shake you from the false security you wrapped yourself in. Every delay, every betrayal, every closed door was heaven's way of pulling your eyes back to what you ignored. Now the final warning flashes before you. It is not just text, it is fire coated in words. It is heaven's final attempt to capture your attention before silence takes over completely. Do not think tomorrow will give you another chance. Tomorrow is not promised anymore. The very moment you are in right now is the only doorway you have left to walk through. Your hands may tremble as you hear this. That trembling is not weakness, it is recognition that this message is not ordinary. It is the Spirit within you acknowledging that heaven is present in this very second. You have felt ignored before, abandoned before, forgotten before, but today the opposite is true. Heaven has never been this focused on you. The angels surround you and their voices speak only your name. The weight of this word cannot be dismissed. It is pressing against your spirit like a storm cloud that refuses to lift. You may try to distract yourself, but the heaviness will stay until you surrender. Every shadow in your life is being exposed now. Every lie you believed is being torn apart. Light is piercing through places you thought would remain hidden forever. Do not think you are alone in this moment. The universe bends around you. Heaven bends toward you. Eternity leans close to you. This is not small. This is history rewriting itself over your life. The anger of God comes because He trusted you with something great and you treated it as small. He gave you keys and you let them rust. He gave you paths and you stood still. But today is different. The rust is being burned away. The paths are being set on fire, forcing you to move before they disappear forever. This fire is not against you, it is for you. It will consume your excuses but save your destiny. It will destroy your delays but protect your purpose. Archangel Michael stands in front of you like a blazing warrior. His sword glows brighter than the night and his eyes pierce deeper than your fears. He has come to enforce what heaven has declared over your life. The battle has already begun in the unseen. Demons of distraction are being pushed back. Chains of hesitation are snapping, one by one, as the angel draws nearer. Your surrender is the final trigger. The moment you bow to this word, everything standing against you collapses. The heavens do not wait, they move instantly. This is why your spirit feels restless. This is why sleep has escaped you. This is why even in silence, you feel watched because heaven is waiting on you. The responsibility cannot be shifted anymore. You cannot blame anyone. You cannot pass this off to chance. God Himself has laid it on your shoulders. If you ignore it, you will face the consequences alone. No one will carry it with you. You will bear the full weight of what you refuse to obey. But if you act, heaven itself will carry you. Angels will shield you. Destiny will realign to cover every mistake and redeem every wasted year. The choice is before you, sharp and unavoidable. And you must make it now before the screen fades, before the fire passes, before the silence returns. The atmosphere around you is shifting. You feel it in your chest. You sense it in your skin. It is the weight of divine presence pressing down, making it impossible to ignore what is unfolding. This is not just a message, it is a decree. Heaven has sent it with urgency, sealed with fire, and written with your name carved into it. You cannot hide from what was created for you alone. Do you notice how everything seems louder, sharper, heavier right now? That is because heaven is amplifying the moment. Nothing is accidental, not even the way this word found you exactly now. The delay you thought you had was an illusion. The mercy you enjoyed was temporary. And now, that mercy is giving way to judgment unless you shift immediately. The hand of God is stretched out, and it does not reach twice. It is extended now, in this exact instant, for the final time. If you do not grasp it, you will watch it withdraw, and once it withdraws, the silence will be unbearable. There are angels walking around your atmosphere, documenting every second of your response. They record not your words alone, but your heart's posture, your hidden intentions, your silent choices. Nothing is invisible right now. This moment has been prepared for months, even years. All the delays, all the strange detours, all the sudden pains were leading you to this very confrontation. Now you stand face to face with what you cannot postpone any longer. Your excuses cannot shield you anymore. Your pride cannot protect you. Heaven's gaze has pierced through it all, leaving nothing but your bare truth in the open. God's anger is not like human anger, it carries finality. When it falls, it leaves no argument standing. When it speaks, it silences every other voice. You have felt whispers before, gentle nudges, small signs. But this is different. This is thunder shaking the heavens and lightning striking your very path. Archangel Michael has been holding back forces of destruction on your behalf, but even he has limits to how long he can delay judgment. The order has been given, and he stands ready to either fight for you or step aside. The decision lies in your hands. It is heavy. It is terrifying, but it is also unshakably clear. You cannot run anymore. You must face it. Your heartbeat is the countdown. Every beat is a warning. Every breath is a reminder that this choice cannot be postponed another second. The walls around your destiny are trembling. If you obey, they will break open and reveal treasures hidden for years. If you resist, they will collapse on you, and the weight will be unbearable. The people tied to your destiny are watching without knowing. Their futures are being shaped by what you decide today. You are not just carrying your own story, you are carrying theirs too. The line is drawn. Heaven has spoken, and the responsibility cannot be escaped. The silence you feel right now is not emptiness, it is the pause before the storm. Heaven has been quiet only to let you hear the weight of this moment. That silence is more terrifying than any noise, because it carries judgment inside it. Do not mistake this as just another warning. This is the last one, written with fire, sealed with urgency. After this, there is no turning back. The ground beneath you is shaking in the spirit. The foundation you trusted is cracking, and what survives this shaking will only be what God Himself has approved. The heavens are roaring over you. Angels are moving quickly, shifting places, adjusting destinies. Everything around you is aligning to the choice you are about to make. If you act, you will unlock blessings that were frozen for years. Promises delayed will suddenly appear. Doors shut tightly will burst wide open. But if you resist, storms will break without mercy. The blessings will scatter. The promises will vanish, the doors will slam shut with finality. There will be no second chance to reclaim them. This is why your heart is racing, why your chest feels heavy, why you cannot ignore this. Your soul recognizes the eternal weight of this moment. The atmosphere is charged with urgency, and you are in the center of it. The anger of God has been stirred because too much time has been wasted. Too much grace has been ignored. Too much love has been taken for granted. Archangel Michael is no longer whispering, he is commanding. His voice shakes the unseen realm, cutting through darkness, demanding your obedience. He is no longer waiting for your convenience, he is waiting for your surrender. His sword glows brighter, not in defense this time, but in judgment. It is raised high, and it will not remain in the air forever. When it falls, it will cut through everything false around you. You cannot afford to pretend anymore. You cannot act as though you did not know. This word is your evidence before heaven, it will stand as witness whether you obey or resist. The air is thick because eternity has pressed into your moment. You feel the weight of heaven's eyes on you and it will not lift until you choose. The future is trembling. It is waiting on your yes. It is waiting on your obedience, and it will not wait forever. If you step forward, light will cover you. If you step back, darkness will surround you. There is no in between anymore. The people who doubted you will watch in silence as heaven moves. Those who mocked you will be shocked when doors open, but only if you respond to this warning now. Time has collapsed into this second, and you are standing at the point where history and eternity collide. The storm is closer than you think. The signs have been everywhere, but you tried to convince yourself it was coincidence. Now heaven itself has stripped away every disguise, leaving the truth exposed before your very eyes. The message on your screen is no accident. It is the final flame of mercy burning before judgment falls. Once that flame dies out, there will be no light left to guide you back. The voice of God does not echo without reason. When He speaks in fire, it is because delay has turned into danger. What was once patience has become fury, and that fury is moving directly toward you. Even the air feels different right now. The tension is not just in your mind, it is real. The angels surrounding you are holding their breath, waiting to see what you will do. Archangel Michael has drawn the line. His sword separates what belongs to God from what does not. He is not standing in silence anymore. He is standing as the enforcer of heaven's last degree. The path before you is glowing, not softly, but violently. Flames rise on both sides, making it impossible to wander. You either walk forward into obedience or you turn back into destruction. This is why your spirit feels restless. This is why your body cannot relax. Every part of you knows this is the final decision moment. The fire is not against you, it is for you. It wants to purify, not destroy. But if you resist, it will consume everything around you until nothing remains. Do you feel the weight in your chest? That is eternity pressing into time. It is God Himself leaning into your space, refusing to be ignored any longer. This is not about fear, it is about truth, truth that cannot be softened. Truth that can't be delayed. Truth that can't be denied. It stands before you with fire in its eyes and thunder in its voice. The anger of God is not to kill you, it is to awaken you. But if you close your eyes, you will not survive the shaking. The shaking has already begun, and it will only intensify. You are not hearing this by chance. You were chosen to see it, chosen to hear it, chosen to decide. And heaven will record your answer forever. The countdown is already echoing in the spirit. On 2, 3, the moments fall like stones into the river of time, each second pulls you closer to the edge. If you step now, you will be saved. If you hesitate, you will fall. It is that sharp, that final, that unavoidable. Do not think you can hide behind excuses. Do not think you can claim you did not know. This message is your witness, your evidence, your final warning. God is not playing games anymore. His patience has ended. His decree has been written. The sky above your destiny is no longer calm. Clouds are gathering, thunder is forming, and the lightning of heaven is about to strike. This is not the storm of nature, it is the storm of divine judgment. You cannot escape the sound of it. Every step you take is met with an echo. Every thought you have is interrupted by the pressing reminder of what must be done. God will not allow you to silence this message. Archangel Michael stands like a blazing flame. His presence is unshakable. His eyes pierce deeper than fear, and his sword glows with the fire of eternity. He is here not to wait but to act. You are the reason the heavens are unsettled. You are the reason the earth feels heavy beneath your feet. This is your moment, and there will not be another one like it. The choices you have made in the past were forgiven, covered by mercy, overlooked by grace. But now, that mercy has reached its end. You cannot walk in circles anymore. This is the line you cannot cross back from. Once you step forward, it will mark you forever. Once you resist, the door will shut forever. The weight of this message is greater than your fears, greater than your excuses, greater than your pride. It presses down because it was written directly for you. Do not believe the lie that says you can wait. Time is no longer yours. The countdown is already in motion, and heaven refuses to pause it any longer. Your spirit can already feel the war. Light is pulling you. Darkness is tempting you. Both are waiting for your answer, but only one will remain after you choose. This is why your thoughts feel chaotic. This is why your heart feels torn. Heaven and hell are both staring at you, waiting for the outcome. Archangel Michael has fought long to keep destruction away from you. His wings shielded you when you did not deserve it. His sword cut down enemies you never saw. But even he cannot delay God's order when the final command hath been given. And now he waits to see if his sword will guard you or cut away everything false from you. The decision is yours, and the heavens are silent until you respond. The earth beneath your feet will testify. The air around you will remember. Every angel present will record it. What you do in this moment will never be erased. If you surrender, the heavens will rejoice. Light will flood every corner of your life, and blessings that were hidden will come rushing toward you. If you resist, you will carry the full weight of judgment alone. No one will stand with you. No one will shield you. No one will plead for you. This is the seriousness of now. This is the urgency of the word. This is the final time it will flash before your eyes. The final line has been drawn in the heavens. Angels are no longer moving slowly, they are rushing, carrying scrolls of judgment and scrolls of blessing. Which scroll has your name written on it depends on what you do right now. The fire of God is burning closer. You can almost feel the heat pressing against your skin, against your spirit. The fire does not ask for permission, it demands transformation. Archangel Michael is no longer a distant figure. He is standing directly in front of you. His wings wide, his sword lifted. His presence is impossible to ignore because he is the messenger of God's final warning. Every delay has ended. Every excuse has collapsed. You stand at the crossroads of eternity. And the choice cannot be postponed another second. If you obey, the chains around your destiny will shatter instantly. You will see doors open so quickly that your enemies will bespeak us. Everything that was stolen will begin to return multiplied. But if you resist, the silence of heaven will fall like a stone. You will pray and hear nothing. You will seek and find nothing. You will knock and no door will answer. This is why your spirit feels heavy, why your heart beats faster, why you cannot scroll away. You know deep inside that this is not just another word, it is the word. The one that decides what your tomorrow looks like. The heavens are tilting towards you, waiting for the sound of your yes. The angels lean closer, holding their breath. God himself watches, fire in his eyes, waiting to see if you will obey. The weight of eternity is pressing into this very moment. That is why the air feels different. That is why your mind cannot escape. You have stepped into a divine collision. The roar of God's anger is not to destroy you but to strip away what is destroying you. But if you cling to the very things he wants to burn away, then you will fall with them. The choice is sharp, and it is final. The ground of your life is cracking open. Hidden truths will surface, hidden enemies will be revealed, hidden chains will break. Everything will be uncovered, whether you are ready or not. The only difference will be this: will you stand covered by God's hand, or will you face the storm uncovered and alone? Archangel Michael has already lifted his sword. He cannot hold it there much longer. The order has been spoken, and soon it will fall. When it falls, it will divide light from darkness, truth from lies, obedience from rebellion. Nothing false will survive the cut. This is not just warning, it is execution of a heavenly decree. You have been chosen to hear it before it happens so that you still have one final chance. The heavens have bent down, time has folded, destiny has paused, all so you could see this screen, this word, this moment. The storm is already at your doorstep. You may not hear it with your ears, but your spirit feels the pounding. It is not outside, it is surrounding you, circling you, closing in with every passing second. This message is not written in soft ink, it is carved in fire. Each word you read burns into your destiny like a seal that cannot be broken. Even if you tried to forget it, the weight of this moment would follow you everywhere. Archangel Michael is not waiting far above in the heavens, he is standing in your atmosphere now. His presence shakes everything familiar, forcing you to confront the choice in front of you. The sword in his hand glows brighter with every heartbeat you take. You cannot pretend anymore. Heaven has caught your attention. And there is no place to run. Your yes or no will shape everything that comes next. The walls of your life are trembling. Foundations you trusted are cracking under the pressure of this divine storm. Soon, only what is real will remain standing. God's anger is not a threat, it is reality. The fire is already lit, and you cannot extinguish it. It will burn until everything false is destroyed. This is why your thoughts are restless. This is why sleep has escaped you. Even your body knows that you have stepped into a moment that cannot be ignored. The choice is simple, but it carries eternal weight. To surrender is life. To resist is ruin. There is no middle ground anymore. The angels around you are not singing, they are silent. Their silence is heavy, waiting, recording every breath you take. They are witnesses of your response, and nothing will be erased from their scrolls. If you obey, light will flood in. Doors you thought were locked forever will open in a moment. Even those who turned against you will have no explanation for the sudden shift in your life. But if you resist, shadows will grow thicker. You will feel the silence of heaven as prayers bounce back unanswered. The weight will become unbearable, and you will know it was because you delayed. This is why God has spoken in fire. This is why He shakes the heavens to reach you. His love turned into warning. Mercy turned into urgency. The countdown is not stopping. Every second falls like a hammer against the walls of your hesitation. The more you delay, the closer the final strike comes. Archangel Michael has shielded you for long enough. He has stood between you and destruction, but now his assignment has shifted. He is here to enforce heaven's final word. His wings have fled, his sword has aged, his eye has evicted. He waits for one thing only, your choice. He will not move until you decide. The atmosphere around you proves it. This is not ordinary. This is eternal. The line of mercy is thinning. What once was wide and forgiving is narrowed to the width of a single step. One move forward will save you, but one step back will seal everything shut. The fire you feel is not imagination. It is heaven's breath, burning through the atmosphere around you. It touches your skin. It presses your chest. It shakes your spirit until you cannot ignore it. God's voice is not whispering anymore. It is roaring like thunder, cutting through excuses, tearing apart delays. His words are final, and they echo inside your soul. Archangel Michael stands with his sword raised, and the glow from its edge is so bright that even shadows hide. He has not come to wait, he has come to divide. The weight of responsibility is on your shoulders. You cannot pass it to anyone else. You cannot claim you didn't know, because this message is carved directly for you. Every moment of your past is now pointing to this second. Every delay, every trial, every closed door, they were all leading you to this choice. Loving with wasted, everything with design. This is not about punishment alone. It is about correction, alignment, destiny. What God burns away is what you were never meant to carry in the first place. But if you refuse, you will carry the ashes. You will walk with a weight of what could have been, and that weight will break you. The skies are shifting over you. You can almost sense the pull of eternity bending toward your life. The decision you make will not only mark today. It will write every tomorrow. Your heartbeat is racing because your spirit knows the truth. You are at the edge of something final. You cannot pretend it is small, because everything in you knows it is not. The eyes of heaven are fixed on you. Angels are silent, God is watching, and even creation itself waits for your response. The entire universe seems to lean closer to see what you will do. And still, you hesitate. And still, you delay. And still, you hope for more time, but there is no more time. The ground is shaking under your feet. It is not physical, it is spiritual. It is God removing every false foundation so only truth will remain. You thought you had control, but now you see you never did. The one who holds time has decided the clock is done ticking for hesitation. If you bow now, mercy will cover you. If you resist, justice will consume you. It is that sharp, that final, that unshakable. Archangel Michael is still standing, waiting. But his sword trembles now, eager to strike as heaven commands. The fire of judgment is no longer at a distance. He is crawling closer, inch by inch, consuming everything in its path. You can feel it pressing against your very breath. This is not a season of warnings anymore. This is the final flash across your life, the last sound before silence. Once this moment passes, the chance will not return. Archangel Michael is not here with gentle words. He is here with command, with authority, with fire. His wings blaze brighter than the stars, and his presence shakes the unseen. You cannot delay, because delay itself has turned into disobedience. Heaven had been patient for too long, and patience has ended. The air feels heavy because angels surround you. Your eyes are fixed, their scrolls are open, their pens are ready. They are recording your response in fire, line by line. Every heartbeat you take is counted. Every thought you allow is weighed. Love is hidden, love being missed, love is erased. The walls of your past are falling. Secrets long buried are breaking through the surface. Everything false is being torn away by force. And you cannot run from it. You cannot close your eyes. You cannot silence what has already been spoken. God's anger is not wild, it is precise. It knows exactly where to strike, exactly what to burn, exactly what to break. Nothing outside His will can survive it. The sound of thunder over your spirit is the sound of doors closing. Each strike echoes like a warning, but soon the warnings will become silence, and silence will mean finality. Archangel Michael has held back storms on your behalf. He has fought unseen wars to protect you, but even he cannot override the command when God says, "It is enough." And now he stands waiting, not to argue, not to plead, but to enforce. His sword glows with the decree of heaven. And soon it will fall. The countdown grows louder. 1, 2, 3 seconds drop like stones into eternity. You are running out of them, faster than you realize. The pressure on your chest is not fear, it is recognition. Your spirit knows this is the final call. You were chosen to see it, chosen to hear it, chosen to decide. If you obey, you will walk into light so strong that even your enemies will be blinded. But if you resist, darkness will surround you so thick that no voice will reach you. This is your last line of mercy. Beyond it lies only judgment. The storm is no longer waiting at the horizon. It has already entered your atmosphere. You can feel its weight pressing on your shoulders. Heavier with every passing second. The voice of God has shifted from whisper to roar. It is unshakable, undeniable, inescapable. His decree echoes like thunder, striking against the walls of your soul. His message is the final bridge of mercy. Once you cross it, everything will change. If you refuse, the bridge will burn behind you, and there will be no way back. Archangel Michael is closer than ever. His eyes are fixed, his sword is trembling with fire, his wings stretched wide to enforce the divine order. Do you feel the pull in your chest? That is not chance, it is eternity tugging at your spirit. Heaven is demanding an answer, and it will not leave without one. Every angel surrounding you knows the seriousness of this moment. They are not singing, they are silent. Their silence is louder than any sound because it carries judgment inside it. Your delay has already cost you more than you realize. Doors that should have opened have stayed shut because of hesitation. But now, hesitation itself has become rebellion. This is why God's anger burns so fiercely. His patience has been tested, and His mercy stretched, but you ignored the gentle signs. Now the fire is all that remains. The ground beneath your destiny is breaking, cracks spread wide, and you can almost hear them tearing through your life. What is false will not survive this shaking. If you surrender, the cracks will become rivers of blessing, flowing with restoration and light. But if you resist, the cracks will collapse into a pit of silence and loss. Archangel Michael is holding back the final strike for only a moment. He does not delay because he wants to, he delays because this is your very last chance. His sword is not raised for display, it is raised for execution. And once it falls, nothing will be the same again. Your heart knows the truth already, that's why it beats so fast, why your hands feel restless, why you cannot look away. This word is alive, it is breathing, moving, burning inside you. The sky above you has already shifted. You may not see it, but your spirit senses it. The angels have moved a position, and heaven's decree had been spoken. If you act now, blessings will pour out like a flood, but if you turn away, judgment will hit harder than you ever imagined. This is the seriousness of this moment. This is why God said, "Today is the last time, the last warning is not far, it is here, flashing right in front of your eyes. You cannot scroll past it, you cannot pretend it's nothing. It has already pierced into your spirit, and you know it. Every delay of the past was mercy disguised. But mercy has limits when truth is ignored. Now mercy has transformed into fire, and that fire is burning without pause. Archangel Michael is not whispering anymore, his voice shakes the unseen realms. He stands as heaven's enforcer, not heaven's negotiator. His sword gleams brighter than lightning, waiting for your decision. This is the sharpest crossroads of your life. No excuses, no hiding, no delay. One step forward or one step back, that is all that remains. The air feels like it is charged with electricity because angels are moving in your atmosphere. Their scrolls are open, their pens are ready, and every thought in your heart is being written. Loving escapes them now. You may think you have time, but time is no longer yours. It belongs to God alone, and He has already spoken that the clock has run out. Every prayer you whispered before is being weighed against this very moment. Heaven is watching to see if your actions now will match the words you spoke then. The silence after this will not be peace, it will be judgment. And that silence will be heavier than thunder. Do you feel the trembling deep inside you? That is your spirit recognizing the weight of eternity pressing into time. This is bigger than anything you imagined, sharper than anything you expected. God's anger burns, not because He hates you, but because He trusted you with something great and you let it slip. His fury is not random, it is precise, targeted, unavoidable. Archangel Michael has been fighting battles you never saw, protecting doors you never knew existed. But even he cannot delay forever. When God says enough, even angels must step aside. And that enough has already been spoken. The countdown grows louder with every passing breath. You cannot silence it. You cannot run from it. Each beat of your heart is a reminder that time is collapsing around you. The people tied to your destiny will feel the effects of your decision. Your family, your future, your legacy, all of them are hanging on what you do right now. This is not just about you, it is bigger. Your obedience will rescue many, but your rebellion will ruin many. That is the weight of the moment. The screen before you is not glowing by accident, it is glowing with fire. This is not a message, it is a decree. The ground beneath you is no longer steady. It shakes with every step, as though creation itself refuses to carry hesitation any longer. Even the earth is testifying against delay. The heavens are no longer silent. Trumpets that once sang of mercy now sound alarms of judgment. The angels are no longer gentle, they are fierce, ready to act. Archangel Michael stands taller than ever. His sword has raised his face like 5, his wings covering his eyes. Heat is the line between your obedience and your destruction. This is the edge of destiny, and there is no more space left to stand still. You must move forward into surrender or backward into ruin. Every second you breathe feels heavier. That heaviness is not fear, it is the weight of eternity pressing into your chest. Heaven demands an answer now. You cannot negotiate with this fire. You cannot escape through excuses. The decree has already been spoken, and it will be enforced whether you are ready or not. This message carries a weight unlike any other you've seen. It is not written in sedition, it is written in command. To ignore it is to defy heaven itself. The fire grows brighter, and it will not fade until it consumes everything false. Nothing you hide will survive it. The silence that follows will not comfort you, it will break you, because in that silence, you will realize the moment has passed, and the chance has closed forever. But if you obey, that silence will transform into song. Heaven will erupt in rejoicing, and your life will flood with blessings no enemy can stop. This is why your spirit trembles now. It knows the truth. It knows the urgency. It knows this is the very last call. Archangel Michael has waited for your yes, but his sword cannot remain lifted forever. Soon, it must fall. The air burns with urgency. Even creation bends closer, waiting to see what you will decide. The universe holds its breath because your obedience or rebellion will echo beyond today. This is not only about saving you, it is about saving every destiny tied to yours. If you resist, they will suffer. If you obey, they will be lifted. God's anger is not chaos, it is justice. His fire is not random, it is purposeful. And that purpose is standing before you now, waiting for your response. The line has been drawn. You are standing at the final edge. The skies are no longer calm. They are boiling with divine rage. Lightning is splitting through the unseen, tearing open everything false that tried to hide in shadows. The storm is not coming, it has already arrived. Your spirit feels it because you were chosen to sense it before others. That uneasiness in your chest, that trembling in your hands, that racing in your heartbeat, none of it is random. It is heaven shaking you awake one last time. Archangel Michael's sword glows like fire held in the hand of judgment. As presence does that comfort it confronts. He is not here to wait patiently. He is here to enforce the command already written. The decree cannot be erased. The order cannot be cancelled. The moment cannot be reversed. Every angel in your atmosphere is still, silent, watching. Their scrolls are open. Their pens ready. Their eyes fixed only on you. Every breath you take is being recorded in eternity. If you step forward now, the silence will break into song. Blessings that were chained will come rushing like a flood. Every enemy that mocked you will be silenced by the shift of heaven in your favor. But if you resist, the silence will become unbearable. You will call out and hear nothing. You will knock and find every door locked tight. This is why your chest feels heavy now. It is not fear, it is eternity leaning closer, demanding your answer. The ground beneath your destiny is no longer steady. Cracks are spreading, walls are collapsing, and what is false is falling apart. Only truth will stand when this shaking is complete. God's anger is not a passing emotion, and is a decree sealed in fire. Once released, it cannot be pulled back. Once spoken, it cannot be unsaid. Your Archangel Michael has already waited longer than he was ordered. He held back storms that should have broken you. He delayed judgment that should have cried you. But now the sword trembles to strike. The command is already written in heaven's book: obey now or face the fire. Your heartbeat is a countdown. And every beat is louder than the last. You cannot ignore it because your very body is echoing heaven's urgency. The clock is not ticking anymore, it is striking. One final chance. One last opening. After this, the silence will not break again. This is why the message found you now, on this exact day, in this exact moment. It was not random, it was scheduled by God Himself. The fire of judgment is at your door. Whether it consumes you or purifies you depends on your choice right now. The storm has fully entered your life now. It is no longer waiting outside, it is standing in the center of your atmosphere. You can feel it pressing against your spirit with fire that refuses to be ignored. The mercy you once lived under has lifted. The patience that once covered you has ended. Now the fire of God moves swiftly, cutting away everything false, everything hidden, everything disobedient. Our Archangel Michael stands as the final guard before judgment falls. His sword is raised higher than ever, blazing with holy fire. His eyes are fixed on you, waiting for the answer only you can give. This is not a suggestion, not an option, it is a command. Heaven is not asking anymore. Heaven is demanding. Every excuse you once used has lost its power. The walls you built around your hesitation have already crumbled. The fire of God is burning through them, leaving you exposed before His throne. The angels are not moving in song, they are still in silence. Their silence is the heaviest sound you will ever feel. It is the pause before destiny either explodes in blessing or collapses in judgment. If you step forward now, the heavens will release what was held back, every locked door will open. Every delayed promise will rush into your life like a flood. But if you turn away, the silence will thicken into darkness, and that darkness will cover you so completely that no light will break through. The shaking has already begun. The ground beneath your destiny is cracking wide open. What you once trusted is falling apart, and only obedience can carry you across. This is not just about saving your own life. It is about the many lives connected to you. Your decision will echo through their futures, lifting them or breaking them. Archangel Michael has held back destruction for as long as heaven allowed. His wings shielded you. His sword cut down enemies you never saw. But now his assignment has shifted. He stands ready not to delay, but to divide. Not to negotiate, but to enforce. The countdown is almost at its final strike. You feel it in your chest, each heartbeat pounding louder than the last. Time is no longer ticking, it is collapsing. The degree is win. The fire is ready. The command has been given. This message is the final light flashing before the darkness falls. Once it fades, there will be no other. Once it closes, there will be no return. You cannot wait. You cannot hide. You cannot delay. The air around you is burning. Not with heat you can touch, but with a fire that pierces into your soul. It is heaven's fire, and it will not fade until you respond. Every second that passes is heavier than the last. Time is not slipping, it is crashing. Each moment feels like thunder because the countdown is nearly finished. Archangel Michael is no longer holding back. His wings are spread across the skies, his sword is alive with flames, and his face glows with judgment. He is not waiting for tomorrow. He is standing in your now. This is why your heart races. Why your breath feels shorter, why your spirit feels trapped between fear and surrender. You are standing at the edge of eternity. The heavens have been patient, but patience has an end. God's voice no longer whispers mercy, it roars justice. The line between forgiveness and fire has been drawn. The people tied to your destiny are already trembling in the spirit, they don't even know why, but they feel the shift. Their futures hang on your decision. Every angel present has stopped moving. They stand in absolute silence, watching. Its silence is the most terrifying sound in all creation. It means heaven is waiting for you. If you obey now, the silence will explode into victory. If you resist, the silence will close into eternal judgment. The ground beneath you will testify. The air around you will remember. This moment will echo forever, written in heaven's book without erasure. Do not think you can run away. Do not think you can hide in the shadows. The fire of God moves faster than fear and brighter than any darkness. Archangel Michael is no longer delaying. The order in his hand is sealed. His sword is not lifted in warning, it is lifted in final command. You have no more excuses left. You have no more delays left. All you have is this single chance. The weight you feel is not imagination. It is eternity pressing into your chest, demanding your yes. This is not about emotion, it is about destiny. If you surrender, rivers of blessing will rush into your life. The chains that held you for years will break instantly. What was impossible will suddenly become your reality. But if you refuse, the river will dry, the chains will tighten, and the impossible will bury you, at is the cost of hesitation. This is your final screen, your final light, your final fire. Beyond this, there is nothing left but silence. The sky above your destiny is tearing open. What was once hidden in the clouds is now being exposed in fire. The heavens themselves refuse to stay silent any longer. Every angel that surrounded you in patience is now standing in judgment. Their scrolls are sealed, their eyes fixed, their wings tense. They are waiting for the final command. Archangel Michael does not tremble, but the earth beneath him does. His sword burns with a light too fierce to look at. That sword is not lifted as a warning anymore, it is lifted as an execution of heaven's decree. This is why you feel your spirit pulled so hard. You are standing at the razor's edge, and one more second of hesitation will cut you deeper than you imagined. God's anger is not distant, it is right here, breathing into this moment. His fire is not far, it is already burning through the atmosphere of your life. His eyes are fixed, and they do not blink. The ground of your excuses has already crumbled. The walls of your pride have already fallen. Nothing stands between you and the fire anymore. If you bow now, mercy will cover you instantly. The fire will purify, not consume. The storm will pass, leaving behind peace and restoration. But if you resist, the same fire will consume every false thing you built. The storm will not pass, it will settle, and it will not lift. The silence that hovers around you is not emptiness, it is judgment waiting. It is the pause before the strike, the stillness before the explosion. It will not last forever. Your name is already being called in heaven. The decree has already been written. The screen is not a message, it is your evidence. Archangel Michael has delayed as long as he could. His sword shakes not from weakness but from urgency. The moment it falls, there will be no undoing its cut. The heavens lean closer, creation bends nearer, eternity watches sharper. The weight of it all rests on your single yes. Do not think this is just another moment. It is the moment. The one every other day has been preparing you for. The one every prayer was leading you toward. The fire at your door is not waiting anymore. It will either lift you or level you. It will either cleanse you or consume you. This is why your heart is racing so fast. It knows the truth. It knows the final line hath been drawn. The last flash is here. Beyond this, there is no more warning, no more delay. No more mercy left to spare.